Hi there, welcome back to my Wheel of Time review. This is the TV series review. I have read the books and I love the books. I do not like the TV show. Um, but here I'd like to give back and to do my own review, to do something, create something rather than just complain in my own little head. So I think it's September the 16th, about 3 p.m. I'm in Sydney, Australia. It's a balmy spring day here today. Um, yeah, I've been very disappointed with season one and season two so far. I'd be lucky to give most episodes in season two a 4 out of 10, and probably the same with um, season one. I will say for season two, I've noticed the sets are a lot better in season two. Not everything, but a lot of them are a lot better. The White Tower in particular, it actually feels like a set now as opposed to, two odd stone rooms that are being recorded in. I also am quite liking the actor and even the character of Ishamael. I think they're doing something good with this evil character. Um, so this is actually generally about episode five, and to be honest, I would I'm surprised, but I would probably give this episode a good mark. I'll tell you about that soon. Um, this just seems much more interesting, much put together, much better. It feels like Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time, and a lot less like Days of Our Water Lives, or whatever that show was that the other episodes have been all about. It is so great to be off that farm we were at, where we were hanging out with the Three Aes Sedai and the Three or Four Waters. Um, and I think in this episode there's some really good things with Perrin and Aviendha, with Rand and Moiraine finally hanging out together and doing something interesting. And I also quite like seeing Nynaeve, Egwene, and Elaine together. Perrin, yeah, he's getting better. But then Elias, why is he so down on humans? He basically says, being a human is horrible. Come and be a wolf. I don't think he's so negative in the book, um, and he's coming across as unlikable. It seems in previous episodes and with this character, the writers are able to generate characters that are extremely unlikable, and I don't think they mean to make them unlikable. So it's very sad. Um, yeah, great to finally see Aviendha. I think she's looking pretty good. Perrin meets with her, lets her out of this cage, and when she asked Perrin if he'd like to dance, I was excited. I was happy. Just great to seeing that from the books. Uh, Unfortunately, there were just way too many light cloaks. I know the Aiel are legendary fighters, but what did they have? 10, 11, 12 people trying to fight her, essentially, and Perrin chipping in? It's just unbelievable. Why not just have 3 or 4 people here? Why do you have to go over the top? And I know it's fantasy, but there's got to be some reality in the fantasy. Otherwise, it does. There's got to be rules. There's got to still be rules. Um. Uh. Yeah. So let me jump to um, Liandrin. All of a sudden, Liandrin has Nynaeve, Egwene, and Elaine in the ways. And how did they get into the ways? Did she just carry them with her power? Like, I'm not even sure that's even possible. This is such bad writing. I see later they explain it by, 20 minutes later they have her carrying them on horses. Now, well, why didn't they show that in the scene with the ways? I don't think there were any horses. It left me thinking this is another stupid thing that has been done in this show, and I don't want to blame anyone who shouldn't be blamed, but it seems to be the writers or the editors or the I don't know, the direction. As a show, you have not built up any trust with me. So I am not. The minute something seems weird, I'm going to assume it's bad writing, it's bad plot, it's bad direction. Anyway, so apparently she got them on horses. Slightly more believable. Maybe she could use the one power to get them on the horses. I don't know it. It's still a bit weird. Um, and part of the reason why I'm not going to trust the show is they've done some horrible things and they haven't even tried to explain them. Like, why wasn't Loial killed and Ingtar killed by the dagger at the end of season 1? How is it that Moiraine is able to travel, to have this magic traveling power into Siuan Sanche's room? Where is Siuan Sanche, by the way? Siuan. Like, again, this is teetering more on annoying rather than a curious mystery, because I don't think we've been given any hint as to where she might be or what she might be doing. Anyway, so with Nynaeve and the girls, we see some more of the Seanchan, and they actually look pretty good. These soldiers look awesome. They look like buggy insects. They look crazy. Props to the costume department here. I don't have a lot of nice things to say about this show, but I'll give them that. Anyway, so Liandrin drops the girls off here. Liandrin has some really nice dark friend bickering with Suroth. It's good to see at times, sometimes, these baddies that don't get along with each other. That's a nice little bit of conflict that works. Maybe it was a little bit odd, her saying, "Oh, I'm still so shocked at what you do to these women who can channel." I understand that's possibly what she thinks. I don't know, given that she's being revealed as a dark friend. But I'm sure she would have had this argument before and got over it. Now, all of a sudden, Liandrin channels to free Nynaeve, and this is weird. Like, why would she do this? We have we have almost no understanding of why she would do this. Is it because she actually likes Nynaeve, but she's capturing her and dropping her off to other dark friends? Is it because she wants to cause more trouble with this other dark friend? It doesn't make any sense. And surely the Seanchan Marath Damain would notice the challenging. Surely this... it's so stupid. And indeed, it goes on further, where the girls get away. Surely the Marath Damain would have shielded the 3 girls. They're not dumb. They've dealt with Aes Sedai before. This is such stupid writing. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Writing, direction, editing. I don't want to blame anyone if it's not your fault. When Nynaeve and Elaine do get away and they're wandering through a town, I thought it was great. I thought it was Nynaeve's character and Elaine's character for interaction when Nynaeve said to her, "I'm not taking orders from you, princess. I don't even know you." And I thought that line was delivered really well. Back in the tower. Where's Mat, by the way? So sad what they've done or haven't done with Mat. Anyway, back in the tower, Verin is interacting with Sheriam, which is great. It's really nice in the tower. Sisters hanging out. However, it just seems way too obvious that Sheriam is lying. Why would they not just make her evasions more clever? She's had decades to perfect the art of not completely telling the truth, but not lying. So when asked if Nynaeve and Egwene are available, why doesn't Sheriam says that she thinks they're in their studies? She's not that dumb that she would be able to get away with this, to think that she'd be able to get away with this life along. So why say it? Why wouldn't she say something more clever like, they're on an excursion with a sister, or I've sent them on an urgent errand with a sister, or with I don't know, with soldiers. It just seems like such bad writing. And I know shortly afterwards they go on to explain it, that she's possibly under compulsion, but if what happens in the books happens with Sher, it just doesn't make much sense to me, unless they are again changing more in the TV show for who knows what reason. Um, I'll just go on again and say it's so sad that the character of Varen is so different. She was such a lovable character. She was just this bookish person who seemed so unconcerned with the world. Why change her character? I can see zero benefit to changing her character. She could still, I think she could still do these things, but she could still be more absent-minded and focusing on her books and in her own head. Um, who did this? Please explain why you did this. Anyway, so we get Moiraine and Rand. Oh, lovely. I love seeing these people together. Awesome. Great. Great acting, great characters, love it. But still, why did Moiraine not take Lan with her? She's going away. She's trying to do something very important that she's focused on for 20 years of her life. She doesn't have her powers. There's a warder who's got so much skill. Take him with her. And how would Selene Lanfear not have any wards set to notice Moiraine coming? Anyway, there's some stupidity. And then Moiraine again says another line that I think is just meant to increase tension, that possibly will sound stupid again. It's like her line where she says, oh, whoever goes to the eye of the world besides being the real dragon, everyone else will die. And not everyone died. It's a stupid line. She didn't die. It just makes us lose trust in the character. So her line here is, if all the Forsaken are released, we'll never be able to win. Why not just say that as each Forsaken is released, our job will get exponentially harder? It still builds tension, but it's more truthful now. If all of the Forsaken are released and we win, again, she's going to look like a liar or an idiot, or isn't she meant to be this Gandalf type character, this wise character? She's not wise at all. Oh, angry, so angry, so annoying. Again, where is Matt? He's not even in this episode, and I'm pretty sure this is basically meant to be his book. And what do we have? 3 more episodes? Do we get 8 or 10? This is horrific. What about Moiraine? Is she going to get her power back? I would assume she has to somehow, but whether I can't see it happening, because through like anyone who would be great at healing, because there's been hardly any talk of healing here. There's been very little even explanation of what's been done to her. I mean, if I know this show, they'll probably just say, oh, it was a little trick by Ishamael and he did it and it was only temporary and it fades at some stage, or for some reason Lanfear will undo it so they can have a fair fight or some crap. Anyway. As for Moiraine killing the horse, it doesn't seem like her character to me. She would just, she'd be able to do something else other than this. It's really, yeah, it's not nice. Um, and then Moraine meeting again with her sister, and her sister saying, you know, can you know beyond doubt that Rand needs your protection? And as if this is some amazing piece of advice where if you can say it's definitely true, then you can clarify your anxiety and worry somehow. I just think it's meant to be this really wise and amazing thing, and it comes off feeling pretty poor and poorly written. Um, anyway, that's about it. So, okay, so what do I give it out of 10? I don't think I've given any show, any episode of this show, I would say higher than 4 before, but I would give this a 6 or a 6.5. I mean, if I was feeling generous, a 7. So well done to everyone who made the show. Yeah, there's some things I'm concerned about. I'm not saying I could make a better show though, so they're just frustrations that I would hope they would be cleared up. Yeah, so don't know if I'll upload this. I just wanted to keep myself honest and give some feedback.